Hey Sagittarius, good morning and welcome to the Daily Sauce. So you may encounter these energies in the next 24 hours and just, a heads up too that I go live on Wednesdays. So far, I mean, who knows, at one point maybe I'll do all these readings live, but as of right now, I go live on Wednesdays for a little chit chat and a reading, which is usually just a random reading. But I pulled a random card for that reading, and it's going to be about your next change, Sagittarius. Yes. And that's usually around 1-ish. Okay. So, Sag, I use the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, which is a very interesting oracle card. And if this is your first time here, welcome to Sage to Muse. We are so close to 1,000. Yay! And thanks for all your support, your donations, your gifts. It's been amazing. I am so grateful. Even if I don't always, I'll try to, mention people specifically. But I really, really appreciate it. You know who you are, and I want you to know. I want you to know. Because I can do, the more, I hate to say it, but I can invest more time, And this, y'all, is my mission, my only job, all of it. So let's get to it, right? If you're looking for personal readings, you can find that in the description. So, first off, I'm seeing a lot of Scorpio energy, like a lot. So, what that tells me is, you could actually have dealings today with a Scorpio or a Pisces even, because Pisces is showing up too. But, it actually speaks of transformation, and there kind of is a situation here, and I kind of feel like, I don't know, it's very interesting. Let's get to it before we go any further. So revenge here is 8th house, Mars, and Scorpio. So, this is about, and what you have to understand is that Pluto is active, okay? Pluto was conjunct the full moon. And so, there may be this want within you to take action or to strike back, because this is revenge. This is someone probably who pissed you off, right? and it's extreme energy. So you're kind of really cautioned to ask yourself, really be mindful of your action going on here. Are you doing this from temper? You know what I mean? Because I feel like there is a lot of frustration here, and I feel like the frustration might be blinding you, and even maybe the anger, because I don't know if you've ever made a Scorpio angry, they are going to get you. Don't cross the Scorpio. That's little advice for you. You may not see it today, you may not see it tomorrow, but they will return the favor. But with the 9 of Swords here, it's just like, it's even more than anger for you. It's like I don't even know what to do anymore. Right? But with there being transformation here, that would say that it's a possibility for this situation to change. Yeah, and I feel like this is you in 9 of Swords energy, kind of like, and not really understanding why the 5 of Wands, why can we not get past the clashing? Because what there seems to be is a real clashing. I don't even know if it's something somebody did specifically, to you. I don't feel that. I feel like it's been very difficult to get on the same page with someone here. And now you're just frustrated. Now you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. But you want to be mindful if you're reacting out of extreme emotions, because there is emotions running really high here, really high, you know. And because justice is here, it's showing you, because sometimes with the Nine of Swords you could be missing something, right? The Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords, the Ten Swords being over, the Nine of Swords is being in your head, but for some reason you don't put like the final exit on it, basically, you know. And so, like, is it, I feel like you might even be asking yourself, is this a story I'm creating in my head? When, you know, we can't work things out if we think about them nonstop. And the Nine of Swords definitely is like this negative look on things. You know, you just don't feel like, it may be someone you fight with often, or disagree with often, or can't come together with often. And I feel like you feel, especially with justice here, like they just aren't hearing you. You know, like they're only seeing their point of view. They're not hearing you. And now you're just feeling, I don't know that I even want to do this anymore. And I feel like, you know, it was out of some place of like not being recognized for your part here, for all that you have done with justice, you know. And it's, so I think that like you have to get out of the Nine of Swords energy first off, because in the Nine of Swords energy we can't ever see anything good. You know, we can't see anything good, and step away from the conflict to see how this can transform. You know, because always with Scorpio energy, especially 8th house energy, is all about death and rebirth. So how can we put an end to the conflict? How can we put the conflict down? And how can we come together to see each other's point of view? I kind of feel, Sag, it's kind of like you want acknowledgement, you know, because there's also a lot of Libra energy here, you know. And then we're seeing, you know, Saturn in the 7th house, which is not great. That tends to talk about long lessons about relationships. And I feel like you definitely, especially with Libra here, right? I feel like a whole lot of this has to do with you have given a lot and you don't want to keep doing that, especially in this relationship specifically. I feel like there is a lot of caring, a lot of love here. Two of Cups is, it's not just like people see it and they think it's romantic love. It can be romantic love. But it is like-minded people. It is people who are aligned. It is friendship. It is, you know, and I feel like what you're not seeing is how we bring this together. And remember that there obviously was a time in which this was aligned, and you may need to be vulnerable here. And I feel like what you may need to be vulnerable here about is, you know, the doubts you have about it. Like, you know, especially if you feel like you're the one who's giving too much. And, you know, you need to let this person know. It will actually bring you closer if you show up in vulnerability. Because I feel like when it comes to this person, you often will give too much out of a point of, you know, maybe you feel like you're weak for this person, right? That could be it, right? And, you know, let them know how you feel about the fact that, why do we keep running into this problem? You know, and why am I always having to solve it? You know, why won't you recognize what I do here, what I've given here? You know, and I feel like you may be coming to a point where, especially with the way the nodes are, where you're like, I cannot do that. You know, I cannot do that. I want to have a relationship with you, you know, or with anyone you might be coming together with. But I've learned this big lesson about giving everything of myself. And it's not just about what this person gives back to you. It's about specifically what you're giving. Because a lot of times what Libra will do is give to the point where they have no air. You know what I'm saying? And because Libra often works for love. Often. And I think that you will find, because, with the Two of Cups, there's togetherness, there's understanding. I actually feel like this person will understand where you're coming from. But it's all about how you deliver it. Like, especially with, Mars and Scorpio, take no prisoners, right? A very volatile energy. But if you come at it from a vulnerable space, from a soft space, I feel like it would make a big difference here. It would actually put you on equal footing with this person. It's actually pretty beautiful, right? It is. I feel like there is, okay, so we're seeing more Scorpio energy. Oh my goodness. Because I feel like Sun in Scorpio there is, and this is 8th house too, and 8th house deals with so much. It deals with death and rebirth. It deals with other people's money. It deals with with changes, and I feel like this is definitely dealing with other people's money. I feel like you stuck with something here, or stuck with a belief that you were going to get support. I feel like people are showing up to support you with whatever it is you're doing. And it could be money. It could be you getting, because this also could be family. You could be receiving money from a family person. But the whole point of it is not giving up, even when it feels like it's sucking the life out of you, right? And it's going to pay off. And you need to know this. And I actually feel like what it will do will really put you in Queen of Wands energy, where you feel more for it, more passionate about it, more, less worried about where things are going, more confident in what you're doing, because we always feel more confident with support. I don't care what anyone says, because I'll be honest, I was giving up on this channel until it started to turn around, because support is really important. And I feel like, this support might be in the form of money. It could be people saying, hey, look, we love what you're doing. We want more of it. So you're starting to see how it can work. And it's some support that makes you see that. Yep. It's deep, y'all. Then we're having Sun in Pisces. Interesting. In the 12th house. Oh, boy, the 12th house, man. The 12th house is tough. The 12th house it's often called the house of our undoing, and Pisces rules that house. But it's also where you get your sense of belonging from, too. And Pisces really is like just so much, can be a lack of clarity, but there's also a really deep soul connection here. A really deep soul connection that you may be deciding to nurture, because there's definitely the need to make a decision. Okay, the Lovers is also the twin flame card. It could also be coming into alignment, and you could actually see real growth here for sure. Because I do feel as if, I feel like you will be hearing from someone, because the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands is here. This person has been trying to think with their head, okay, about whether this makes sense to them. And the Eight of Wands is good news, so it could be actually a favorable situation. I feel like you have wanted this situation to grow. And, because you feel a sense of home with this person. So, wow, Sag, I know, that was a lot, right? That was a lot. So let's get your focus, because I love doing that card with the The animal spirit guides. Sagittarius. Your focus, and then I will do a something from your spirit guides. Oh, wait. Look, I had a book there, Sag. What a mess. So what does Sagittarius need to focus on today? Sagittarius. I saw in someone else's reading that money is going to be very favorable for us, Sagittarians, because something to do with Jupiter. I can't remember exactly. But that's always good. What does Sagittarius need to focus on? That you have everything you need. You are provided for in all ways, and you are abundant. Focus on your abundance. Focus on what's good. And let go of your judgments. Yeah, I feel like this is a situation very definitely. There's forgiveness coming in, and maybe you're even, you know, upon forgiveness, seeing how abundant can actually be. But if you focus on abundance, I mean, it is really amazing how you see things. Definitely. So let's get a message from your spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. What do you want to tell Sagittarius today? Do I have this upside down? No. What do you want to tell Sagittarius today? 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 Okay. Look, Sag, the Five of Wands showing up reversed. What do you want to tell Sagittarius? Because in the reading it was upright. Ten of Swords reversed. Yes. I feel like it's telling you to not just see the pain, Sag. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. King of Cups. And the Sun. Oh, wow. I feel like they're telling you to let this go. Let it go. Because with the Ten of Swords, you know, you may think, especially with, you know, this revenge here, right? You may think this person betrayed you. But they didn't. And that may be part of the conflict. They didn't betray you. And also it's telling you that the pain is over and that there's not an ending here, Sag. There's an ending to the conflict. There's an ending to not being able to see things, to get on the same page. And with the Five of Cups, there's definitely emotional balance being put here, but also with this card it's about restitution, the Kabbalah meaning, and you know, restitution and restoration. So it's kind of a return to the love, to the heart. And you know, the King of Cups follows his heart. You know, if you could see beyond this conflict that may be temporary, you could see the happiness. You can see the love. You know, it's calling for emotional intelligence, not reaction. Okay, not reaction. Okay, Sag. I think that's beautiful, Sagittarius. And that's what I have for you. Maybe I'll see you this afternoon. Toodles.